my gosh, there's something more here. Hi, it's Fr Columba here. So recently, I was with some friends and I was doing some work with them up in Northern Ireland. And they say, oh, by the way, just down the road is the National Irish Drifting Competition, the finals. Okay, so this means you have the front car and his goal is to do what he did the first day. Just go around the track and do it well. Okay, but the second one who's chasing him, his goal is to copy him as accurately as he can. Okay, so it's like a whole other level of tricky. This is one of those things, folks, where I saw it and I videoed it a bit and I'm like, okay, I really want to do a video on this, but I have no idea what the spiritual application is. Okay, so Jesus is the lead-off car in our little analogy here, and we are the chaser. And if you've had that opportunity to catch a glimpse of Jesus, of who he really is, if you've been kind of like, whoa, who's that guy? If you've experienced a touch of his love, his affection for you, and you've been moved in your heart to respond, like really respond, not just obligation, oh, well, I've always done this, my family's always done this, but like, oh my gosh, who's that dude? I want to know more. And you start the pursuit. Now there's this cool little line that touches on this in the Song of Songs. And it's just one little line, but it's so it's kind of the voice of the bride speaking to the bridegroom, God, the bridegroom of her soul, the lover of her soul. And she says, draw me after you, let us make haste. And before that's this image of the bridegroom who's like fragrant. He's got this smell. It's like this, who are you? Let us run, let us chase. And toward then a little bit after that, it says, rightly do the maidens love you. Rightly do people catch a glimpse of you and go, what? Who is this? And they start pursuing. And you see this throughout the Song of Songs, is this whole imagery of the bride kind of pursuing, going throughout the city. It happens twice, looking for God. St. Paul was on this same hot pursuit. It's like, oh, I want to know him. Oh. So this is us, right? And Jesus leads off. And not just historically, this ancient account, but right now, the word is continuously becoming flesh. And if you have eyes to see and ears to hear, he is passing by at every moment. He is knocking on the door of our hearts, and he's always available for us to catch a glimpse of the beauty that he reveals, the glory that he reveals of God and of God working and touching in and through humanity. Okay, so then we set off on pursuit, and our goal is to stay as close to him and just imitate him. Sweeping around on it, and to see him do stuff that you're like, I can't do that. And one of the church fathers had this great line. He said, the glory of God is man fully alive. The glory of God is humanity, is a person, is man fully alive. Humanity fully alive. Without compromise, without impurity, like the pure holiness that God calls us to, that is impossible without God. And that as he draws us after him, he's not just running away from us to draw us like, but he's supplying us, he's loving us, and the Father is loving us as our Heavenly Father and feeding our souls. He makes it possible for us to do the works that he did. And I'm not just here talking about the charisms, which are the gifts of God that God gives to us for another, for the upbuilding of the church that St. Paul talks about in 1 Corinthians. I'm not just talking about like doing the miraculous, for example, that God did. And we see in piles and piles, most of the saints we see this in. But simply to live the Christian life, simply to be fully alive, free to worship him without fear, holy and righteous in his sight. Free to say with all of our life, you are the one who is worthy of my praise. You are the one who is worthy of my life laid down. You are so worthy because you laid your life down for me. and that we would be free to do that. Not just people, trying to force us to stop, but that our inner restraint would be gone. Any fear of people would be gone. Any fear of our own incapacity, and in its place with just total childlike trust. And God is so glorified because he reveals, because the world, a lot of times, they can't see that lead car. They can't see Jesus. How wonderful, how much fun, how glorious that we get to be the intimate followers of Jesus, and we get to shine, and that we should want, and this is a right heart, we should want people to see our works and to give glory to our Heavenly Father. We should want people to see us imitating Christ perfectly and gloriously. We should want them to see us fully alive, not for our glory, for his glory, so that they might start to go, oh my gosh, there's something more here. There's a body. There is another. There is one that these passionate ones, are seeing and following. I've never seen humanity like this. What is this? And they might come to enter into the hot pursuit of the one who is so worthy. Yes. I can't wait to see what this video looks like. And I really hope you edit in the videos, the bitty things. I even did some slow-mos. So much fun. All right, bye. And yet then when you'd go in the other turn, that the nose doesn't hit the tail, it's so amazing. Drifting is an environmental disaster. Every time they came around, I was covered in little bits of rubber from their tires, and the smoke, as you can see on the videos, is a mess. I had to hold my breath every time a wave of smoke. Bye.